Come see us live on tour. We'll be in Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So the CIA, who all along knew that the coronavirus, COVID-19, came from a Wuhan lab because it was funded, it's a DARPA project funded by Fauci through a CIA cutout called EcoHealth Alliance. So they always knew it, but they lied.
Not the CCP. They helped us. We still make viruses with them.
That's
Our
right.
enemy, the CCP.
But now the CIA is now saying that its intel always showed that the COVID virus escaped from the lab in China.
What? This bombshell and the JFK file?
There's just something so weird hearing the truth from the CIA. Isn't it weird? I don't know how to process this without a shower.
I mean, well, I'll tell you why, because it's not the truth. It's not a leak. That's the trick. At the end, we go, oh, it was a leak.
It's amazing. Go ahead. It's amazing how the most... by the way, it wasn't a leak.
Yeah.
Is what
what's a doodle?
It was what Kurt's saying. This was a lot of people say this was on purpose. A lot of people say that this was a DARPA project. A lot of people say this is a bioweapon. A lot of people say that.
Why would you think it wasn't? Why are they even doing that research?
A lot of people say that.
Why are you doing it at all if not to leak it? What's the purpose of it?
What is the purpose? Everybody who's responsible says they should stop gain of function. In fact, Barack Obama stopped gain of function. And that's why Fauci went behind his back through EcoHealth Alliance, a CIA cutout, and kept doing it. So it's amazing how the most advanced intelligence agency in the world finally found out something that I knew back in 2021. Isn't that amazing? So what Michael Schellenberger says, what the CIA didn't say is that the CIA under Biden broke the law in not releasing its analysis that said it actually came from the Wuhan lab. If it weren't for the election of Donald Trump, the truth might never have come out. Well, officially it wouldn't have come out through the CIA, but the truth has been out for a long time.
And that's why with JFK, when those files come out, whatever's in there, they probably already told you a long time ago.
That's right.
You just didn't look at it.
Believe me, they're going to be redacting a lot of stuff. Michael Schellenberger says, for years, scientists, government officials, and journalists called the idea that COVID-19 leaked from the lab in Wuhan a conspiracy theory. The lab leak hypothesis, they claimed, was xenophobic. It was, you were racist. It was, you were destructive. You were irresponsibly dangerous and destructive. You were prejudiced. And that it was thoroughly debunked. It's annoying enough that they call it a lab leak hypothesis. Like it's some mysterious UFO shit. Hey, this is just a hypothesis, but do you think the new virus might come from a lab with the same name where they make new viruses? Or could it be some kind of extra dimensional thing? Jon Stewart, when he went on Stephen Colbert, should have said that it was just a hypothesis. Then maybe Stephen Colbert wouldn't have freaked out.
Yeah.
I think you're a virusist.
What's that?
You hate viruses because you're so much bigger than them. You're a bully.
Yeah, I'm viracist. Yeah, I said Kung Flu once.
Oh my God. He goes on when Arkansas. So here I'm going to show you. So now the Central Intelligence Agency had concluded that the COVID-19 most likely emerged from a lab leak in Wuhan. An agency spokesman said in a statement on Saturday. While many Americans have long thought that the COVID virus escaped from a lab, the CIA's new assessment is significant since it confirms that it illegally withheld crucial information from the public. This admission should fuel demands for greater government transparency on a range of other issues, including Russiagate hoax, because that's what it was, the Hunter Biden laptop files on the deaths of JFK, RFK, and Jeffrey Epstein. I'm with you.
Let's throw 9/11 up there.
Hey, here's a hypothesis. COVID didn't escape from a lab. It was deployed on purpose. That's a hypothesis that some people have. It's a hypothesis. And by the way, they have to keep
how that works.
They have to keep the Epstein client list secret for national security reasons because if it ever came out, lots of national figures would not be showing up for work the next day. It would look like at a construction site after Trump starts doing illegal roundups.
Well, Epstein had one client. It was called Israel.
Yep.
The blackmail people aren't clients. Those are victims of blackmail that on behalf of Israel.
And keep this in mind, that the CIA's new analysis was not based on new information. It's based on existing information. Sources, so just keep that in mind.
Hey, I figured this out first. Am I in the CIA?
I must be. Me too. Former director William Burns directed the agency to take a position, reported the Wall Street Journal, and the analysis was published internally before Trump took office. By keeping this judgment classified, the CIA and the Biden administration violated COVID-19 Origin Act of 2023, which mandated the declassification of all information related to potential links between the Wuhan Institute of Virology and COVID origins. The CIA's newly released judgment lends further credence to our reporting on the cover-up of the COVID origins. Yes. As most mainstream news outlets ignored or denied the evidence for a lab leak, Public and the Jimmy Dore show were the first to report that, according to the U.S. government, the COVID patient zero worked at the Wuhan Institute of Virology and conducted gain-of-function experiments on SARS-like coronavirus there. It was probably leaked months earlier, like in September. Hey, if you're watching this show, chances are you already know the mainstream media is full of crap. They're not here to inform you. They're here to spin stories, cater to corporate overlords, and protect the establishment at all costs. So just take a look at how they covered or didn't cover leaked photos linking Joe Biden to Hunter Biden's Chinese business partners. I ran this story through Ground News, who found nearly 100 sources reporting on it, and coverage is totally lopsided. Independent right-wing outlets are all over this, calling it what it is: proof Biden's been lying. Meanwhile, everyone else is just regurgitating CNN talking points, downplaying it like it's no big deal. Ground News even lets me see how many other publications have reposted the story from CNN. Let me ask you this. If the media is bending over backwards to protect Biden's image, even on his way out, how can we trust them to cover anything fairly? Well, the answer is you can't. The only way for us to cut through this media bias is to objectively compare how the same story is being reported across other media outlets. That's why I can't recommend my partners at Ground News enough. They're the only platform not telling you what to think. They show you every angle of every news story, whether it's from corporate media, independent outlets, or voices the establishment doesn't want you to hear. They expose who's funding each perspective and if they've got a political bias. They've even have a blind spot feed to expose what the other side of the political spectrum isn't reporting on, freeing readers of any hidden agendas and political spins. And if you want to cut through the BS of mainstream media, you can save 40% today off their top-tier Advantage plan by going to ground.news/JD or scanning my QR code. If you like the show, I think you'll love that platform. Come see us live on tour. We'll be in Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Baltimore, Hartford, Syracuse, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.